Hello dear students, I am Manoj Bharti and I am going to teach mathematics to class 7th. In this video we shall start our geometry topic, that is chapter number 13, understanding shapes. We shall discuss about lines and angles in this chapter. Let us first of all review these fundamental geometrical concepts. First is point. A point is just a small dot. It is used to determine a location and it is dimensionless. It does not have any length, breadth and thickness. A point is denoted by a single capital letter. For example, A. Here A represents the dot or point. Here P is representing the point and capital X is representing the point. Next one is line. A line is a straight one-dimensional figure having no thickness which extends infinitely in both directions. It is shown by two arrowheads in opposite directions. As it extends to infinity, so it does not have any fixed length. Next one is plane. Flat surfaces are plane. Planes are two-dimensional surfaces. Two-dimensional figures, that is, we require two dimensions like length and breadth to represent a plane. Next one is ray. A ray is a straight line which starts from a fixed point and extends infinitely in one direction. The line extends infinity to both directions, but here in the ray there is a fixed point and here one point extends to infinity. Next one is line segment. It is a part of line with two endpoints. It has both endpoints. And a line segment is the shortest distance between 2 points. Here it is the distance between point A and B. There are some properties of lines and points in a plane. See what are concurrent lines. Three or more lines which intersect at a same point are concurrent lines. Here in this figure, these lines are intersecting at a same point. So these are concurrent lines. But here there are no concurrent lines as only two lines intersect at a point, and when only two lines intersect at a point, these are called intersecting line. For concurrent lines, three or more lines must intersect at the same point, but if two lines intersect at a point, these are intersecting lines. Also, two different lines in a plane can either intersect at a point or are parallel to each other. Here these lines are intersecting at a point P, but these two lines are parallel. They are having always the same distance between them. Three or more points are said to be collinear if they are on the same line. Here the 3 points A, B, C are on the same line. So these 3 points are collinear. But here the C point is not on the same line. So these are non-collinear points. Now, after understanding the basic concepts, you can easily do the exercise 13.1. The first part is true false. Two lines can intersect at 2 points, which is false because two lines intersect only at one point. Next one is infinite lines can pass through one point, which is true. If there is one point, we can pass infinite lines through that point. Next one is if three or more points lie on the same line, the points are said to be collinear, which is true. If three or more lines in a plane pass through the same point, they are said to parallel. No, these are not the parallel lines, but these are the concurrent lines. So this is false. A line segment is the shortest distance between any 2 points, which is true. A line has no endpoints. It's also true. Next part is fill in the blanks. Students, you can easily solve this part. Here in the third part, we have to find all the pairs of parallel lines here. So here you can see there are 3 parallel lines, and hence we can write L is parallel to M, L is also parallel to N, and M is parallel to N. Next part is all pairs of intersecting lines. Intersecting lines are the 2 lines that cut each other at one point. Here students, you can easily find intersecting lines. The lines are written here as small letters like L, M, N, R, Q, P, and the points are represented by the capital letters here. In the third part, we have to find concurrent lines. These are P, R, and N. Concurrent lines are always 3 or more lines intersecting at the same point. In the next part, you have to find collinear points. To find collinear points, look at the lines. In the line L, there are 3 points A, E, H. So these are collinear points. 3 or more points are said to be collinear on the same line. And again, in the line M, the points B, D, G are collinear. In the line N, the point C and F. There are only 2 points, so we can't say that these 2 points are collinear, because for collinear points we need at least 3 points. Now see the line R. A, B, C are the points on this line, so these are collinear points. On the line P, I, E, D, C, these are the collinear points. And on the line Q, I, H, G, F are the collinear points. Next is angle. An angle is formed when 2 rays meet at a point or 2 line segments meet at a point, and the common point is called vertex, and the rays or the sides AB and BC are called the arms, and the angle is written as angle ABC, or simply angle. We represent angle by this symbol, angle ABC. An angle is measured by degree. Means an angle is measured in degrees or minutes or seconds, and the minute is represented by dash and second is represented by double dash. 1 degree contains 60 minutes and 1 minute contains 60 seconds. Here dash represents minute and double dash represents seconds. 1 minute has 60 seconds and 1 degree has 60 minutes. Next is type of angles. There are 5 types of angles. First is the acute angle. The angle whose measure is in between 0 degree and 90 degree is acute angle. Next one is right angle. The angle whose measure is 90 degree is right angle. Here you can see the right angle. Obtuse angle is that one whose measure lies in between 90 degree and 180 degree. Here examples are 100 degree. It lies in between 90 degree and 180 degree. Other examples are 120 degree and 150 degree. Fourth is straight angle. Straight angle is that one whose measure is 180 degree. So a straight line represents a straight angle. Here the angle is always 180 degree. Fifth one is reflex angle. The angle whose measure is more than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. Examples are angle of 310 degree, 201 degree and 270 degree. There are many more examples, and these angles lie in between 180 degree and 360 degree and are called reflex angle. Next is angles about a point. Here see in this figure the common point is O and all the angles sum up to give 360 degree and is called complete angle here. So we can write angle AOB plus angle BOC plus angle COD plus angle DOE plus angle EOA would sum up to give 360 degree. Next one is adjacent angles. Adjacent angles are those in which if two angles are having a common vertex and a common arm. Here see, in these angles, angle AOB and BOC, these angles have a common vertex O and have a common arm OB. So these two angles AOB and angle BOC are called the adjacent angles. Similarly, in this figure, angle AOB and angle BOC are also adjacent angles. Next one is linear pair. If two adjacent angles have the sum of 180 degree, then these angles are called linear pair. Here in this figure, PQ is a straight line and angle POR and QOR both are linear pair because their sum is 180 degree. Next one is vertically opposite angles. To understand vertically opposite angles, see, if two lines intersect at a point O, line AB and CD intersect at a point O, four angles are formed and the opposite angles are equal, like angle BOC is equal to angle DOA, and these two angles are called vertically opposite angle. Similarly, angle AOC and angle BOD are equal and are called vertically opposite angles. Next one is complementary and supplementary angles. Two angles are called complementary if their sum is 90 degree and two angles are called supplementary if their sum is 180 degree. Students, do remember all these kinds of angles and let us proceed to the sums. Now we will do exercise 13.2. First sum is, in which of the following figures angle AOB and AOC are adjacent angles, and give reasons of your answer. Here see, in the first, AOB is this one angle and AOC is this one angle. So these are not adjacent angles. Here AOB is this one angle and AOC is this one. Again, these are not adjacent angles. Here AOB is this one and AOC is this one. Here it has a common side, that is OA, and a common vertex O. So the third one angle is adjacent angles. Again the fourth, AOB and AOC, these are also not adjacent angles. Only angle AOB and AOC here in this figure are the adjacent angles. Now in the second sum we have to find the value of x. Here see, we are given with AOC is a straight line and here there is a line OB and two angles are formed here. See, it is a straight line, so these two angles would be linear pair and they would sum up to give 180 degree. Solution, we will write x plus 25 degree plus 3x plus 15 degree is equal to 180 degree because both of these two angles would sum up to give 180 degree because these are linear pair. Students, you have to mention the reason why these are equal to 180 degree, because these two angles are linear pair, so they sum up to give 180 degree. Now we will add the like terms. Here x plus 3x, it would be 4x, and 25 degree and 15 degree sum up to give 40 degree, and writing 180 degree as such. We have to further solve this equation for the value of x. So we will write 4x as it is, equal to sign here, and 180 degree as it is. It is of plus sign and we will shift its position from equals to sign and it would become negative. 180 degree minus 40 degree. Here you will get 140 degree. Here 4 is multiplying to the x. When it goes to the right side of the equation, it would come here. It would divide here. And after solving, you will get 35 degree. So our value of the x is 35 degree. You can do the next sum, but here in this figure, it is representing the 90 degree. So these two angles would sum up to give 90 degree. Here they were sum up to give 180 degree, but here they would sum up to give 90 degree. And then you can solve it for the value of x. In the third part of the sum, here AOC is a straight line, so the angle y, 150 minus y and y would sum up to give 180 degree. And here in the second part of the third sum, AOC represents a right angle, so they would sum up to give 90 degree. Here you can see y plus 30 degree plus 2y plus 40 degree minus y is equal to 90 degree. Cancelling y and minus y, you will get 2y plus 30 and 40. 70 degree is equal to 90 degree. Now we have to solve this equation for the value of y. So 2y would remain on the left side of the equation and 70 would come on the right side of the equation and become negative. 90 minus 7 is 20. So y would become 20 degree upon 2. So its value would be 10 degree. Our value of the y is 10 degree. Here in the fourth sum, we have to find the value of angle PQR. Here it is very clear that the value of angle PQR is 90 degree. In the fifth sum, points AOB are collinear. AOB points are collinear, means they are lying on the same line. So AOB is a straight line. We have to find the value of x. Here you can again write 2x plus 10 degree, 3x minus 10 degree plus 40 degree is equal to 180 degree. And you can solve this equation to find the value of x. You will easily get the answer.